Welcome back, everybody, to another F124 Driver Career Mode episode. Today, heading off to Monaco, so we'll see what we can do there, though I'm not expecting much, so let's jump on in. So, quick turnaround here to Monaco. Let's set the specialist. Not doing that one because there's no way we're doing that. Let's do the tire temps. We can go between these with the paddles. We're going to go with speed here. We can do 250 gear shifts over the weekend, I think. And the race strategy, let's do the practice programs. In terms of the R&D, we can take a look, see what we can do here. This one, Ocon's looking at. Yes. Is there anything we can redevelop though? There is. There's this. No, we're going to go with the aero upgrade here. Get that one in the works, and we'll move from there. And then what was going out? The turbocharger was going out. Let's apply that and see what we can do here.
Right, I'm afraid to say that we've had a major issue on the production line
boy,
this week,
I should have just waited.
The entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
So that's going to need to be reordered. I'll have to get that to work right after practice. But that durability upgrade has come in. Let me jump into practice and then head off to qualifying. 300 resource points here. Let's keep moving. Experience goes up, but nothing else should, I don't believe. Nope. Impacts our rating just a little bit, but not all that much. Let's head to qualifying. I'm actually feeling somewhat confident around here, but it's going to be more about minimizing the mistakes. So let's jump on in here. See what we can do here. I'd like to try to get as far up the order as possible, but that may be easier said than done in all reality. And it may just get me into more trouble than it's worth. I'd almost rather just sit at the back of the pack the entire race around here than trying to fight in the middle of everything, but we'll see here. Let's see what we can get done in the qualifying session. Fairly good so far. Maybe a little wide on some of these corners. But overall feeling fairly good. Up into overtake mode for this straightaway here. Yeah, my guess is at some point throughout the race, I end up DNFing the car because I missed a turn or something to that effect. But we'll see here. In that overtake mode again. Initial lap puts me in second. Now, I don't think many people have put out a lap yet, but I have run faster than some people. Let's keep advancing here. Okay, let's pause. Let's put on a new set. We will go set a second lap here late in the session, just to be safe. I don't want to play it too safe here. I want to try to qualify as well as I can. Let's go out here. But I'm not sure in the end how successful this is going to be. What are we doing here?
And that's P13. P13.
Seems like I ran into this last time I tried to qualify around Monaco. I don't remember though. Seems like there's a bunch of people stacked up. At the end of these sessions, we'll see if anything use a little bit of overtake mode there. Ups a little bit here. I invalidated my lap. Well, I tried. I can't say much more than that. I went into that little chicane just a little too hot, and that was that. So we'll see if we make it in the Q2. We do. Staying in 14th there, so didn't need to run a second lap. In all reality, which could come back to bite us. I don't expect to make it past Q2 though. And has Ocon made it in? No, Ocon is at the back of the grid. So now as we advance into Q2, I don't expect to make it out of here, but we'll set a bank lap. With I guess I should look at what tires they're even, essentially. Let's go out, set lap on these tires. Tire wear is not really or it's not as much of a factor around here. We do have some tire wear, but not too bad. So it's more about just staying consistent throughout your lap times. Going to have a good run heading into the corner. A little bit slidey through that first corner. Using some Eros down this hill as well. If I could turn in. That's also a good corner. I ran wide there though. That's not great. It'll work for a bank lap, but I was trying to keep it in second gear there. Definitely think I need to stick to my strategy of going up into or down to first there. After that hairpin, but I suppose we'll see. I barely made it through that chicane coming out of the tunnel. See how this affects the lap. 7th right off the bat. session info. Dropped to 9th. Again, that wasn't a great lap. Might as well throw these on. We'll go out for another lap, but I don't expect to really put much of a fight here. Advance down to 3 minutes again. Very nice. Go to the track. See what we can do here. Take off that overtake mode, save it.
Okay, 1 minute remaining. Just
Wasn't
1 minute.
great on that overtake mode deploy there. Actually using some ERS heading up the hill here. That helped out my lap time here so far. It's a purple sector 1. Messed up the hairpin just a little bit there. It should be
Okay, we've been pushed down to P13.
looking like a much better lap here. Oh, got exceeding track limits, but our lap time was not invalidated. Qualifying is complete. On the ERS, that was a really good lap. Where does it put us? Puts us in 4th. We make it to Q3. That was an insanely good lap. Definitely a good move to use the ERS going up the hill after that turn 1. We were only a 10th off of having the fastest lap there. That could have been really... It's a weird transition coming into those last corners. Trying to get both the ERS and the DRS activated. So maybe I can figure out a better way to do that. Here, we're on a banker lap like we have been, and then we're going to go out with the new set of softs as well. There we go. If we activate the ERS early, then we can get the DRS right away. So this is going to be our banker lap. Need to reactivate the ERS coming up the hill. A little bit here. As everybody's going to be going very fast in this session. It's going to be up to us to keep the mistakes to a minimum. Very nice there on the ERS some here. Not a bad bank lap, if I do say so myself. Puts in 7th right off the bat. I do think there's just a little bit of speed in the car still. Switch back to a fresh set. It's going to gain us a little bit of time, not a ton, but a little bit. advance through some time. Head out again. And hopefully get everything nailed down well. But with it being Monaco, we may be able to look at some points if we get a good qualifying result here and we don't mess anything up when it comes to the in-race scenarios. Back on the ERS. Being very aggressive with the ERS here. I think that's going to be the best way to qualify well. Going to actually save the ERS there, not using it there. Use it here. We're up a decent amount of time here. Make sure we don't get disqualified here. Use some ERS there to get a good drive off. Overdrive that corner a little bit. And the ERS, I was not great with the ERS deploy there. It cost me quite a bit of time. But it's going to be P5. Hey, I'll take it. That was a very good lap, except for that last little bit. If we didn't mess up the last little bit there, maybe have been able to put ourselves up into.
But don't worry.
Ooh, it would have been close. It would have been really close to pole position. But let's jump on into the race and see what we can do here at Monaco. But first, before I do that, I always forget about these ratings. Pace should go way up. Not as much as I expected. But now let's jump into the race.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That's how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars will climb around 40 metres up the hill, past the casino, and then descend towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of 19 corners, and don't expect to see much overtaking here today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Benjamin, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Norris, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Joe, Tsunoda, Bottas, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Ocon, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Right, this track needs a lot of downforce, so it won't have as much top speed. The good news, though, is that it's going to make our DRS even more effective than normal. Try to make the most of it in the race and quali if you can.
Alrighty, so as we move into the race here, hard to medium seem to be the move to go. Let's jump on into the race. Hopefully we can survive here, but if I'm being honest, I don't expect to last the entire race. But we'll see what we can do. We do have the inside run into the first corner. We've got side pod damage already.
Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it.
And that could impact us here in the race. But honestly, my goal is simply just to run in 5th the entire race. That'd still be a great result for me, and I'd be happy with it. But it's time for me now to focus up, get the result here. Here's about the only place where I may need to really defend. Everywhere else, I think we're going to be perfectly okay. It's just going to be through that little tunnel that I may need to defend. We may lose some spots.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
When pit stop cycle, so it'll be something to keep an eye on as well. But we'll see here. I guess this is the other point of the track where we're going to be under attack, and I send it too far into that corner. Allows Perez to get alongside us. Are we going to have a bit of a repeat here of what happened to Perez? In real life, we are not. And already I'm way overdriving everything, overthinking it, as it's only lap 2 of 39. Just need to focus here. Pay attention to when we're trying to use this stuff. We know signs in them are going to get away.
Body's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful.
Really, it's just park the bus and conserve all the ERS for the 1 or 2 parts of the track where we're going to need it, such as this front straight. I think Perez is going to try that all race long. As long as we stay in the middle of
okay, take it easy on the car. We can't
this section,
this level of damage.
I can defend there. And then it's going to also be the tunnel where we're going to have to defend. And really it's just those 2 spots. Up with the uphill maybe a little bit, but overall not too bad. Up and overtake here. Making sure not to hit that barrier. Can be quite easy to do that. Through here, nothing can really be done. And we're just going to plan on holding everybody up all race long.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
Yep,
Come on.
we're doing that. We're doing it so they can't overtake us there with DRS. Using a little bit on the uphill here as well. Make ourselves less vulnerable to Perez. And really that's the only spots that we need to pay attention to. Apparently the glitch is back. I thought it had gone away. So I'm guessing it's something with my system. I'm not sure what it is. But that's not going to be great for this track either. Actually, maybe about the worst track for it to happen on, in all reality. The only one that may be worse would be like Singapore. But this is probably the worst track for us to have a glitchy game on. We're up through the gear with the ERS. Perez is going to try and make a move. Bit dicey there with trying to get the ERS off and get the downshifts in. I suppose last doors I could always use the one-step approach on the overtake bun on the right side of my wheel. Take care of that, but using some ERS here, I'm not sure what's going on in terms of the graphics. But I am going to try.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 6.3 seconds.
Something here a second. Once I get to a safe spot on the course to do so. Let me change some signs around a second. Change some signs around. May not look as good, but maybe it will help with the glitching. As Hamilton was just able to
Keep on him, he might make
overtake
a
us. I'm
mistake.
not sure how he's done that. But apparently I left the door open enough for him to get through. I am noticing some of the quality stuff, but I'd rather take a dip in some of the quality of the graphics for the time being, if it's going to or not. I'll have to do some more looking into this, but not while we're in the middle of a race. Bit of a slide there. Be very interested as well as see if we get a safety car in this race or not.
Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 5 tenths a lap, 5 tenths.
I think they're really starting to use ERS on that uphill. We're still fighting the
Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.8 seconds. Okay, mate, right, that front wing damage is going to hurt
Those
us. We've really got to look after
screen
it now.
tears,
Let's
those
put
legs, whatever you
everything
want
into
to call
protecting
them.
that front wing, please.
I had done some testing laps around here after last episode, and apparently I don't know what happened. It started to do it again, so I'm not sure what's up. So it's going to be something for me to look even further into. I almost caught the wall there. Use the ERS here. Perez is still going to try and make a move. But I'm not sure why he keeps trying that move. So it does not set him up well for the rest of the lap, but I'll take it. Nearly a quarter of the way through the race. I guess I shouldn't say nearly a quarter. We're not quite to a quarter of the way through, but quickly approaching it. Just need to be consistent. They've done a decent job of it so far. But it's going to take us focusing like this all race long in order to make it happen. Get a points finish here at Monaco, which I did not enter this episode thinking that we would be able to, but maybe a possibility.
Okay, gap ahead, 3.5 seconds.
We really need to try to get to a point where we can start saving some of this ERS. We're starting to get quite low on it, so maybe need to save some on the uphill maybe this next lap. Nope. Probably can't do that now. We'll see.
The gap to the car ahead is increasing by a few tenths per lap. Get your head down. Right, I'm afraid we didn't quite meet our targets there, but don't worry about it. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus on the rest of this race.
Wasn't even my fault. I just got turned. And now I get to deal with some.
You've got damage to the rear wing. Expect some slight impact on performance.
I get to deal with a significant amount of damage to the rest of the race. What I do want to see is if we're able to catch back up the Ocon here. That's going to be very hard with this wing damage. If we're able to drive back up to him with the wing damage, it gives me some hope for the rest of the race. I guess my other option would be to abandon the strategy, go ahead and pit now, and then just take the mediums to the end. They should be able to do that. Get through some of these corners so I can check the menu. Oh, the ERS is still on. Box a slap. Box a slap. Okay, or not. Just have to do it manually. Yeah, we should be able to make it to the end here on the mediums.
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew
That
there,
won't
mate. We're
solve
delighted
any
with
of the
that.
other damage, but it does get me a new wing. So
one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy.
no, we're going to go for one stop here. We'll see if it works, but I'm going to plan on one stop. Got clean track. Now if I
Watch that rear wing. You've taken some slight damage.
damage the wing some more, then it may turn into a 2 or 3 stop strategy. But I'm going to try to keep it to a one-stop strategy.
Okay, this isn't our true position. They haven't yet pitted and they're on a one-stopper. So don't waste time fighting because they should be coming in soon.
What happened? Okay. I don't know what the game wants me to do. Just need to run.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Just need to run consistently. Try and make up time on the cars ahead of us. Though, for whatever reason, the left front seems to be burning up extremely quickly, which is super odd.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
We are
Taking
catching
care.
up to the pack, though. I've got 2 warnings now. I need to be careful of that. Where am I incurring all this wear? I'm not sure where
Got
this
damage to the rear wing. Expect
left
some slight
front
impact on performance.
where is that? We've got the fastest lap. I'm not sure where the wear is occurring,
And
but
gap to the car in front. 24.1 seconds.
guess we'll figure it out as we go. We are making up time on the cars in front, which is good. We've got the fastest lap. And if we've got if we can make these tires last all the way to the end, there may be an outside chance to get back into the points, possibly. It's all going to depend on what I can do in comparison to the tires of everyone else, how pit stop cycle, all that fun stuff. But I'm not even sure what my supposed second stop is supposed to look like. I know this is not a good time to try to look at that though. So I am using up quite a bit of ERS right now, even with the medium deploy. Just trying to make up as much time as I can right now compared to the back of the pack, so that when they do make their pit stops, hopefully I come out in front of some people. I know that means run the tires really hard right now, but I've not lost much percentage here. trying to think. When did we come into pit? Tire status. Tire status. And apparently our pit reporting doesn't work anymore either. Talking to our engineer. That's not working at all either anymore. I think the wear on the left front is broken right now. I got 3-second
Okay, we've
penalty.
been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
That's what make this comeback even harder. I knew it was probably going to happen. I should have been more careful with it, but just keep moving for now. Use some ERS. Try to run as fast as we can. It almost looks like it could start to rain here. And wouldn't that throw a hiccup into things?
Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap. Okay,
What do you
so
think
gap
I've been
to the car
doing?
ahead, 16.8 seconds.
I think we can hit that time. Using a lot of ERS here. People are coming into the pits. We'll see. If we're able to overtake anybody here. I'm not sure if we will be able to. Big slide there.
Sonoda is stopping now.
Nope, we come out just behind this group. And I kind of want to save some ERS here. I'm going to save it. Try to complete this objective. Just see what we can do. Now, Ocon may run a few laps longer, which would help me, because he was on those hard tires. If so, that would significantly help me here. Be able to maybe make my way in front of him. Does look like we've got more cars coming in. I'm making mistakes left and right. This is going to be our attempt at a fast lap. We do overtake a few cars coming out of pit lane. Bit
Okay,
of
keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
a bonsai lap here. And William, or not Williams, the Williams car of Sargent seems to be a bit off the pace here. Not sure what's going on there, but even since the pit stop, he seems a bit slow. Those shifting errors are not going to pay me any favors, and trying to get this fast lap in, I don't think it's going to happen.
That
Nope.
wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid. afraid, but listen, don't worry about it. It's a long way to go, so let's just
Stroll,
focus
if
to the
you
end. Gap to your
spin me
teammate
just
ahead,
like Perez,
0.6 seconds.
I'm not going to be a very happy camper. At that point, I might as well just retire from the session. About halfway through now. And tires are actually looking really good. They're going to be worn towards the end of the race. But I do think we're in a halfway decent spot here. The fresher hard tires I'm not able to keep up with on those RBs, but to be fair, they are higher up in the performance chart than we are, as they have overtaken us in terms of vehicle performance. So right now, just kind of parking in front of Stroll. We'll see how much time we're able to make up on Ocon once they make their stop, and we'll see how my tires compare to his once he makes the stop, because I believe he's going to be heading to the mediums as well once he makes a stop. But I've lost a significant amount of time to the Sergeant after initially pulling away a little bit. I've not been running the best laps. Tires are definitely starting to wear. So
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
little dice there with Stroll. I don't want to give up that position though. As much as it would probably actually benefit me in some ways, I don't want to give it up. So
Ahead by 6.0
that
seconds.
one does not happen. I sure hope that Perez has a penalty from just absolutely spinning us. We had no business getting spun like that. We had the advantage heading into the corner as well. So we scraped the barrier just a little bit there. In order for us to be spun like that, we would have had the advantage heading into the corner, and then when we were spun into the barrier, there's some as well. Magnussen is in.
Okay, Magnussen's
He's going
in
to
the
be
pits.
coming out here.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
No, we will not. We're not making a pit stop. As much as I would absolutely love fresh tires, yeah, we're not taking that strategy. We just got park our way to the victory. Magnussen has just tied himself on the back of Sargent back here. So still looking at a P20 finish at the moment. Though I don't feel like this one was our fault. I mean, it somewhat was with getting the penalty. but the ultimate result is based on getting spun by Perez. So,
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 7.9 seconds.
yes, but we are on worn mediums. Verstappen takes away our fastest lap. To be fair, he's probably leading. And yeah, I think he's leading by a mile. Oh, slidey through there. Teammate in the pits.
Esteban's in for his stop now.
So really, we were not that far behind them. I think we're going to come out miles ahead of them here. Not miles per se.
This lap. Push now.
Or I could just not. I mean, that's an option too, right? I may have just absolutely obliterated Lance Stroll. So what's our little train here looking like? Ocon's way back there. We may still beat him out this race. I'm not sure. Oh. That was not good there. Luckily.
This lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Or I could not do that. Like, I'm not going to. Stroll is in low. I was wondering if he incurred some damage from that little incident into
Okay, be careful.
turn
You're gonna
one.
start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
I've been losing tire grip. That's not a big deal.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 10.3 seconds. Okay, mate, your lap times are all over the place right now. We've got to have consistency. Come on, we can do better than this.
Average lap time. Alright. Let's see here. Script the wall just a little bit there. And Ocon is unfortunately catching the back of the screw, which likely means I'm not going to be able to beat him in this particular race. We can, however, beat Mr. Lance Stroll, who had to pit. Let's see here. Still have 13 laps to go. I think my racecraft is going to take a big plummet here because of having a high starting position versus a low.
Overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Come on.
Versus a very low finishing position, but I suppose we'll see. We should still finish out in
Box
19th.
this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
We're not boxing this lap. We can run this thing for a good long while yet. trying to hang on. 2 results. Again, that was not my fault, I don't think. At least not in my opinion. That is going to hurt this average lap time for sure. Especially when I get weird glitches like that. And that. And I don't know what's causing it. It's so weird. Oh my word. It appears as though I don't even remember what car I squeezed. Was that Sergeant that I squeezed? I think it was Sergeant. He goes in for a pit stop. The leaders are approaching us.
Okay, gap ahead, 16.4 seconds.
Okay, maybe that one was my fault. I need to have a good lap here. To get this average lap time thing done. Well, that may be easier said than done. We're going to try it. Lots of ERS deploy here. We've about died through the tunnels with that glitch. I get the overtake taken off there, but it's all good. Just sliding the car around. Oh, this is not the lap to try to be making up average lap time on. As we're side by side with Oldenburg. I'm absolutely sending it. I do not care. I've been nearly wrecked enough this race so far that I really do not care. And I'm guessing we're soon going to begin that blue flag, as I believe Verstappen is approaching us. That's going to kill this lap time as well. We're sliding all over, trying to make time. Yep, there's that blue flag. At least the indicator light. We haven't gotten the official blue flag yet, but it's going to be a fail on that objective. Yep. It just happened again.
And let's focus till the end. And gap to the car in front, 20.3 seconds.
Oh, Hulkenberg's back here with us, though. Come on. Let me back up. Oh, my word. You're getting punted, little man. We're going to find a good place to punch you. The thing is, I don't think I've actually incurred any damage. Guess I should check. But my rear tires may be too burnt up from trying to get out of there to do anything. There you go.
Right, engine off, engine
So that was
off.
going to happen eventually. And there it finally happens. Let's just retire from the session. Oh my word. Spun multiple times. I don't feel like any of them were my own
That's it
doing,
then for
but
another nail-biting Monaco Grand Prix. We were on the edge of our seats the whole time, but they've come through.
should have been
To take
for me.
Red Bull put.
But wow.
Well, that was certainly an exciting
Race
weekend of
results
Formula
are
One. Be sure to
Verstappen,
join us
Alonso,
for more
Leclerc, Sainz,
exciting
Perez,
Formula One
Hamilton,
action very
Russell,
soon.
Norris, Albon, Guan Yu, Piastri, Bottas, Ricardo, Tsunoda, Stroll. Ocon makes it up to 16th, but a lap down. Magnussen, Sargent, Hulkenberg, and then us with the DNF with a whole bunch of penalties. Let's head back to the main menu, and we are heading off to, I believe, Canada next. So, yeah, let's head back to the main menu. Experience goes down, racecrafts go, yeah, everything's going to go down with that DNF, I think. Pace actually goes up a little bit. Focus goes down a little bit. Overall still goes up. I think that's going to be mostly due to DNF, yep. 8 overtakes. Racecraft takes a big hit because of the finishing position. 5 warnings, and the DNF greatly reduces the awareness. And focus down lower than expected. In terms of recognition, we actually gain a % there. And we got all the expected goals for the specialists. Keep moving here. So we are heading off to which track? I believe it's Canada. It is the Canadian Grand Prix next. We've got lots of different upgrades there, and we've got a secret meeting coming up next episode. Looks like it's going to be with Haas, though with how we were just treated with Hulkenberg, I think we're going to be declining any future talks, but we'll see what that entails. But hope you enjoyed the episode today, guys. Even with the craziness that happened, kind of had a target on my back there. But yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.